Once again this morning to talk about the latest questions around COVID-19, Dr. Kothary, the Chief Medical Officer for Dignity Health of the Central California Division. Dr. Kothary, thanks so much for joining us again this morning.
Well, once again, thanks for having me, Maddie.
Let's first start off by just talking about where we are today in Kern County. 54 new cases were announced yesterday. Last week, you were kind of cautiously optimistic, I think was the word you were using, about where we were headed as a county, thinking that we may be hitting our spike and then beginning to see a downward trend. Yesterday, with those 54 new cases, where do you think that puts us?
You know, I had predicted that was going to be our surge yesterday, and I think happened. That's exactly what happened yesterday. So I'm hoping now, as we move along, we are going to be on the downward trend. The next few days will be very telling for us.
And are those next few days indicative, or do we have to wait about a week or so because of the lag in testing time before we actually know for sure if we have hit that peak and are beginning to see the decline?
Yeah, you know, we will have to wait a few extra days. Typically, the testing time turnaround is about 48 hours, so not too much longer.
Okay, so we will be watching that closely this week. Again, cautiously optimistic, as Dr. Kothary has been saying. Let's talk about this morning. We've been showing pictures of beaches across Southern and Central California. We've also shown some video of Lake Isabella. Residents up there were concerned because there are out-of-town people, it appears, coming to visit their lake and spending time there. And the question we've been asking our viewers is, do you think that beaches and lakes should remain closed during this time for stay-at-home orders? What is your take on getting outside and enjoying the outdoors during the stay-at-home orders during this time that we're still in right now? Is that safe if you're following 6 feet apart guidelines, or should people really not leave their homes unless they're going to the grocery store?
Well, I think, you know, this time of year with everything that's going on, it's almost ridiculous to have people stay at home the whole time. People aren't going to do it. So I think if you're going to go outside, be responsible. You know, use the mandates that we put out in place. The social distancing is a classic one that I think a lot of people aren't following. So I think enjoy the weather, be outside, be respectful of others as well.
So if you're doing that, if you're you want to go for a hike and see the wildflowers or something like that, that's okay if you're staying with your own group and you're staying 6 feet away from anyone else that you're seeing out there?
I believe so. You know, the problem is, you know, it's hard to police that. So what happens is a lot of people get together and then there's a big group, and that's where the problem starts occurring. So as long as you're staying away from everyone, doing your own thing, I think that's completely fine.
If you are exercising outside, say going for a run or something like that, do you need to be wearing a mask as long as you're keeping your social distance from everyone?
I do not wear a mask when I go out and run.
Let's talk a little bit about social distancing over the summer. This weekend, Dr. Deborah Birx with the White House Coronavirus Task Force said that social distancing will be with us through the summer to protect people. What does that mean for our behavior during the summer? Does that mean stay at home, or does that mean just we're going to look a lot different once we do begin to get back to a new normal?
And I think you just said it perfectly. This is going to be a new norm. You'll see restaurants have less tables in their dining rooms. The bars are going to have seats spread apart a lot more. So I think this is something that's not going away. I don't even think it goes away at the end of the summer. I think it just continues on.
Another thing we've been talking about with summer, and we've heard so much about it, and kind of conflicting views on what heat does and what warmer summer temperatures will do to coronavirus. What does science say? We know that flu and cold aren't as prevalent during the summer months. What about coronavirus? Do we have any indication of what will happen with it?
Well, I can speak for most viruses. Most viruses die when there's high humidity and high heat. We're assuming that the coronavirus will do the exact same thing. Here, once again, you know, we're going to warm up in the next few days. So we'll see what happens to the virus levels.
Let's talk about the convalescent plasma treatment. Houchin Blood Bank said this weekend that it had been administered to 7 local patients and that they had seen significant improvement. We know that you are on the front lines of using this treatment here in Kern County. What are you seeing? How is it working?
You know, so we've had a lot of conflicting evidence with other treatments. The one treatment that we have had no bad outcomes with is convalescent plasma. It works. It really works. It works miraculously well. We've seen it. You know, there's been 600 other cases that have been given convalescent plasma, and over 80% of the patients have recovered extremely well, and it's relatively safe. And so that what we're doing right now is we're urging all those 490 people that have recovered, please go out and donate plasma. It is truly life-saving at this time.
Is this a treatment that's going to become more widespread here in Kern County?
As long as the plasma is available, it definitely is. We're looking to it right away. You know, when we have a lot of sick people that are trending downwards, not doing well, you give them convalescent plasma, a lot of these people are turning right around. It's amazing what it's done.
Okay, so again, if someone wants to donate, though, there are certain guidelines that they have to meet and certain requirements, right?
That is correct. You have to have a positive test and are now recovered. The Houghton Blood Bank, I believe, is now also taking antibody tests. So if you have a positive antibody test without testing positive for coronavirus, you're still a candidate as well.
Is that antibody test, I know there's been a lot of confusion about it, is it now CDC approved?
It has not been. FDA has approved it. CDC has not made any recommendations on it yet. So we at Dignity Health are not endorsing it quite yet. We're just waiting on the CDC to come out and say these are the companies that you should be using because these are the valid tests.
Okay, but again, you need those positive tests to prove you had it, and then you also need at least one, I've heard multiple negative tests to prove that you are now over it if you'd like to donate plasma, but we would like to see the results of this continue. Dr. Kothary, thanks so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate it, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.
Okay, thank you so much, Maddie.